when it can't nobody hold
this video, and most importantly, do not forget to hit the notification button to make sure you get all videos as soon as we drop them. Yeah, definitely, man. And Meek Mill also, announced a partnership with Jay-Z, Dream Chasers, Roc Nation, which is real dope. And as I'm sitting here, man, I get this message that come across my ticker right now saying, man, that Benny the Butcher and Westside Gunn took their Instagram today to announce a major money move, and they put this picture up next to Jay-Z, and it says, the new king of New York, we some Buffalo kids, they had a dream. I just want to introduce you to y'all the new at Roc Nation. I told y'all God is the greatest. Y'all see right there the caption on the screen, Sam and Roc Nation is getting everybody, man. What do you think of this move, man?
Well, if they just picked up Griselda, that means that they're out of Shady. If I'm not, I don't know how that's working.
Yeah.
But if they're out of Shady, I think that we're about to see, and the world is about to really understand who Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and Westside Gunn are. Flo, who do a lot of damage. Shout out to my brother Angel over at, I think it's Now Mistake Collective now. Okay. My homegirl Vanessa, formerly of One Love Tattoo, who introduced me to these three brothers who are monsters in the game. And sitting behind Roc Nation, I think they're really going to be able to kind of shine and show what they got and get out here on the mainstream. I know Jay-Z, a lot of the conspiracy theorists.
I want to ask you about that. But first, first of all, shout out to Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, and then pretty much one of the best groups to ever come, since the Locks. They really on that level, one of the top hip hop, when somebody, I think Jay introduced me to these dudes. I never stopped listening to them. So shout out to them and their move. And I think it's a good move. But Roc Nation, they get a lot of, slack by haters for the most part. But look what Jay-Z's doing, man, with Roc Nation, man. Like, what's your thoughts on that, man? He's really turning this into something, like his own type of Def Jam or something like that, almost like a label, man, bringing all this talent under his umbrella for management purposes and everything. And like you said, now the world is going to know who Westside Gunn and Benny the Butcher is, because they're going to get the proper marketing, the proper deals, the proper everything.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z knows how to move through the industry, man. So what do you think about the hate that Roc Nation has been getting, man? You think it's jealousy?
Yeah, unless they can prove otherwise, it has to be a test of jealousy. And a lot of people, and if we put this on YouTube, we're going to say, oh, they're sucking up to the powers that be, still have failed to mention who the fuck they are. But
yeah, that's a cop-out.
Anyway, it's like when you look at somebody just continually put in the work. And yeah, he may have made some deals that people question and things like that, but he continued to put in the work. And now you're seeing what he's doing for artists that weren't done before. And you don't hear artists coming out and saying F Roc Nation, F this, F that. They're 360 me, they're doing this, they're doing that. Now you hear nothing but good things, and you hear more artists gaining more control of them,
more revenue
from them. I'm trying to find a Jay-Z quote that he recently just did that I've seen. Shame on me for not recording it. Maybe it's this right here.
Right.
Yeah, this is it right here. Nah, that wasn't it, but I'll find it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he was just kind of preaching this, just like, when this is the dream. When you grow up, you wish that somebody had it that could pass it to you, so it could have been a little bit of an easier road. But now that we're kind of developing that and we're gaining that generational just acceptance within the game, and you see it in sports, you're seeing it in music, we're seeing it throughout time, where you're seeing voices, in particular Black voices, are having a lot more power of themselves. We've seen it with Ezekiel Elliott. We're seeing it with artists. We've seen it with different running backs and different NBA players throughout the last couple of years, and it's a great thing. It's a renaissance almost, and I'm really happy to see. To the haters, I would hate to yourself, because hate really gets you nowhere. Negative energy really gets you nowhere. Learn from that person that you hate so much and start mimicking what they're doing and winning, because there's a lot of success that comes from it, and there's none from hating.
Yeah, and it's like, how can you hate on somebody who's a billionaire doing different investments that they made? Like, his portfolio is out there. He just made the right decisions with his money and shit. That's like people trying to hate on Nas. Like, all right, yeah, they did a rap thing, but like, these dudes invested, in so much different things, Uber and, Nas and his tech startup companies and everything. They just had good people in their corner, and they made the right decisions with their money. How many times we turn around and we see, and this is going to go into my point of Roc Nation is designed to be, how many times have we seen people who went through $200 million or $300 million and blew all this money, buying all this frivolous shit, and by the end of their career, they had nothing? Roc Nation, is stepping in and trying to be, and this is when they even formulated the company. I can remember, almost, like it was yesterday, not the exact words, but they're trying to get rappers and different entertainers and stuff to help them with different contracts so they don't get beat, to help them with their publishing and stuff like that so they can see more. This is what Roc Nation was set up to be. It's not set up to be, the same traditional thing like the 360 deals and everything out there. It's designed to give the artist more control, the athlete more control, as you allude to, more black, people now getting more control over things they're going to do. That's what it's ultimately, about. So how could you not, even though you can say things about Jay-Z, but shit, he made Tidal. Like, he put that out there to compete with Apple and Spotify. So I think a lot of people, unless, like you said, they got other today, please do me a favor, go ahead and hit that 5-star rating. I was about to say like button, hit that 5-star rating, family. Please do not forget to subscribe to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Yeah. So next story, man, let's talk about Tekashi. No, in fact, forget Tekashi. Let's talk about Wale real quick. We'll get to Tekashi. We'll save him for last, man. So Wale made a bold statement today, saying, man, on Twitter, and he put, "I am one of the greatest rappers of all time." There, I said it. This is right from Wale's mouth, saying, man, obviously on the heels of that list coming out yesterday, they had Joe Budden's at number 3, but everybody was just talking about, everybody began to put their list out. I saw DJ lists come out and all these different lists that, followed all of this. Wale, one of the greatest rappers of all time. What's your thoughts on this, Sam, man?
I'm not going to refute it if he feels that way. No.
How do you feel?
I feel like he's a great rapper. Now, is he one of my greatest of all time? No, but a lot of greatest rappers of all time aren't on my list, and this is why that makes that list subjective. I feel like he's done enough body of work, and he's given the game enough to say that he's on a top 50 list of greatest rappers of all time. And it's crazy now. It's the list, like, this shit really is real. It's wild. Me and you could have did it. Our kids could have fucking did this for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it's getting all this attention and this stirring up all this emotion. Now, Wale is one that's definitely emotional, which is good because it falls into his raps, into his creative flow. And this could be why he got bothered, because when I look at the list, I don't see him. But I also don't see Meek. And I see MMG president Rick Ross at 47. So come on. It's all subjective. I mean,
all time, though. That's a hard, that's a list. So it's just like, I don't, knock Wale for putting himself up there. And quite frankly, I mean, if you look at his body of work, man, he dropped consistent hits, even though maybe they not have done the numbers album wise. His music is always solid. It's something that you can rock out to and listen to, and it's always comparable to your guys like J. Cole, and even your Kendrick in certain situations. So I don't have a problem with it, but I would just personally say, shout out to DMV and all that, I wouldn't put him. I could say they definitely a top 50 list. You could throw him in there because it's not even against him. It's just so many other great rappers. It's like a good thing.
Yeah.
That you got time, bro. You got time. So no problem with it. But I wouldn't put him up there though.
Nah. I mean, and I'm sitting here looking at the list, and a lot of rappers that I would have are on this list, but a lot I wouldn't. It's all subjective at the end of the day. And there will never be a bracket. There will never be a conversation where we ultimately find the greatest rapper of all time. There's rappers in so many different eras. We could sit back and have a conversation with your dad, and he can give his greatest rappers, and it'd be different than having a conversation with us or our uncle, or then having a conversation with the new kids and having a conversation with my son. It'd be different because we'd all have our greatest rapper of all time. So I think that they all should just be put in a box like Kenton or the Hall of Fame or something like that, and be known as that. And we can always have these great debates, but we'll never know, man.
Yeah, I think it's impossible to say who. It's just going to be opinions at the end of the day. I don't know if you can ever get anything that's going to say, okay, this person, like, how do you measure that? It's just strictly based off someone's opinion.
Yeah, who to say? I mean, Joe Budden at number 3 pissed everybody off, but if that was that person's opinion, that was that person's opinion.
There's some people that have put Joe Budden's in the top 3 out there. Obviously, it may not be a lot of people, but I know people who roll Joe Budden's hard, especially coming from Jersey. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, shout out to Wale and MMG and all that over there, man. Definitely, you know what I mean? Can't wait to see, especially Ross's album coming out in a couple of days here. Can't wait to hear that joint, man. Port of Miami.
August 9th.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sandman going in today. Sandman, I want to defer to you. Toni Morrison unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, Toni Morrison.